Alright, hello everyone. So I need to get a video out today, so this is going to be I changed my schedule up a little bit for this week because this is like the third video I've recorded, so yeah, I'm pre-recording a lot. So today we're going to be doing a Cyraxx Wiki reading instead of tomorrow. 3 of them in fact, because they're dead short. Young Foxx. Young Foxx is an American rapper who beefed with Cyraxx for a short time in early February 2020. How they met or why they were beefing is not clear, but they hosted rap battles against each other on Jamie Nicole's live stream. Cyraxx apparently went after Young Foxx first making a video, and there he is there. A young rapper. I've got no clue who he is. And this was last updated on the 10th of August 2024. The next one is the infamous Stylus incident. The Stylus incident is Cyraxx's most well-known incident, and it is one of the events that propelled him into mainstream lolcaldom. In April of 2021, before the incident, Cyraxx sent Strawberry Sunshine, a catfish, a video of him inserting a Stylus into his anus and licking it clean. Oh, but fucking revolting that is. Which completely disgusted Sunshine and made her send the video to Marty. At the same time, Cyraxx was messaging 2 other catfishes, one named Katrina Luna, who was pretending to be a disabled trans woman named Cindy Lou, and the other being Tang's cat. There's like 3 incidents of the same thing. The incident. 3 days later, Cyraxx appeared on the Music Biz Marty panel, rest in peace Marty, with Tang's cat and Strawberry Sunshine. The panel was intended to expose both Tang and Sunshine, the fact that they were not only cheating, that he was not only cheating on both of them with each other, but also with the disabled trans woman. When the confrontation began, Cyraxx initially reacted by cursing and screaming at them. At about 36 minutes into the live stream, Marty asked Cyraxx if he heard the name Cindy Lou before he accused him of cheating. Cyraxx, after a moment of shock, left and popped back into the live stream holding a stylus to his neck, pronouncing to the panel, "Marty, do you really want me to end my life?" To be fair, you could see it was a stylus, but at the time Marty thought it was a real knife. The panel reacted with shock as they thought he was holding an actual knife. Marty told Cyraxx that he was going to call for a welfare check, while Tang and Sunshine tried to talk him out of deleting himself. After a minute later, Sally came upstairs to nonchalantly nag at Cyraxx to quit it, implying that Cyraxx has done this before. She's fucking used to it, in other words. After Marty and Tang tried to call out to Sally to get Cyraxx's knife out of his hands, Cyraxx then told Marty to stop going after him about Katrina Luna because it was old, but because it was old enough that though it literally happened a few days ago. A few minutes later, Sally reappeared and said that she was going to turn off the internet. She's cutting it down, which Cyraxx begged her to not to. After 41 minutes into the stream, Cyraxx revealed that it was actually a pen this whole time, or Stylus, causing Marty and Tang to laugh hysterically. Fun fact, Cyraxx's aunt was visiting downstairs during the whole confrontation, listening to him to figure. I did not know that. Like, I knew everything about the Stylus incident, and but I never knew that Cyraxx's aunt was in the house at the same time. That's new. That what the hell must she think of Cyraxx? Jesus. Stylus incident part 2. Cyraxx appeared on Marty's panel with Marty and Schmecklecat, screaming and raging over Schmeckle releasing his girl's photos. The live stream was going on its usual route, with Cyraxx barraging them with slurs and the trolls mocking Cyraxx, until Cyraxx pulled out the Stylus. Schmeckel then pulled out his own Stylus and started mocking Cyraxx, while Marty laughed hysterically over him threatening himself with a pen. Sally then opened the door and yelled, "Stop! You dang bunch of yo-holes. What the fuck? Leave him alone. Yeah, leave the poor paedophile alone, will ya?" Schmeckel cursed her out and lit up a cigarette. Stylus Incident 3. On the panel, Marty and Strawberry Sunshine talked about her experience with dating and breaking up with Cyraxx. Strawberry explained how she tried to get him a job and help him change. No one can help Cyraxx now, he's beyond change. But Cyraxx did nothing to improve himself and cheated on her. Typical Cyraxx thing. Cyraxx then joined the panel and attempted the Stylus trick again. Well, if it didn't work the first 2 times, why the hell do you think it's going to work the third? Causing Sunshine to laugh and leave, and Marty to boot him off the panel. We got the sources, we got no comments, we got last edited on the 3rd of July 2025, right there. And the last one, Skull Scratcher Comedy, where he think he was a comedian. Skull Scratcher Comedy was a comedy show, a name that Cyraxx has rebranded his channel into on the 7th of August 2021 to make, in a surprising twist of self-awareness, an attempt to gain more notoriety from the negative publicity associated with his name that exists for good reason. While it's not uncommon for lolcows, after a tiny bit of self-introspection or a word from the outside, to realise that all the hate surrounding them can be funneled into something that benefits them in short term. What makes Cyraxx's choice of name surprising more than anything is how he managed to rein his overwhelming pride, to give his channel such a self-deprecating name. Especially when scratching one's skull is typically a sign of poor hygiene, something he's routinely mocked for. The routines. When Cyraxx isn't shifting from his non-lisp into his Three Stooges impression, or forgetting to connect his microphone during his supposed stand-up routine, the vast majority of his jokes still fall completely flat. Deriving from deeply too deeply into interesting that word for comedy of stand-up comedy, or explaining why he would be laughed off in any stage before he could tell a proper joke. Wouldn't be a proactive use of time, because it's clear right from the start that this was simply another fantasy he wanted to indulge in for a while before moving on to whatever next caught his attention. Still, this attempt is worth touching on, if only briefly. The jokes, in addition, lack a punchline and keep going until he ran out of steam. Cyraxx also made several sorts of rejections as well. He can't maintain a single line of thought throughout most of his jokes. Most of his jokes. He switches voices abruptly and breaks into a cartoonish giggle mid-delivery, repeats himself, and stretches any potentially humorous idea far past its not-novelty. I've been reading for so long, because I've been reading other files as well, so I was like, I'm going to lose my voice. As mentioned early, combined with the odd restless rumbling that fills the silences between his lines, and all of it adds up to an experience where he ends up being funny for all the wrong reasons. I thought my mic wasn't on. All the wrong reasons, and nothing makes you and nothing that makes you laugh is likely what he intended. During the fourth show, which happened to be 4 months after the first 3 shows, Cyraxx proceeded to make fun of Tony the Black Dragon and Marty, and to prank call various people in between with a Richard Nixon impression, as if it weren't possible for him to look more like a child. The final show. The final show aired in November 11th, 2022. Despite being branded as Skull Scratcher comedy, it felt less like one and more like one of his standard chill morning live streams. The kind that was full flat on whenever crashing on Forza Horizon 5 for the umpteenth time grew too boring. There were no voice impressions, no prank calls, no stolen jokes apart from the bundle of sticks one, and even the title was misspelled as Skull Scratcher. It was clearly thrown together for the sake of scoring an easy $100 from Marty, and when Marty refused to pay up, reasoning that Cyraxx has delivered far less than what he has promised, the latter erupted in a freak-out of great proportions. That outburst would mark the end of Skull Scratcher comedy, and the saga that came with it for good. Yes, because that was bloody obnoxious, like his shitty comedy show. And this was last updated on the 16th of December 2025. So yes, that was it for this video. We've got a few more beyond the chronology one at the minute. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.